have to.
Imagine waking up and this is the first thing that you see on your phone is a text message or IM or DM, whatever the heck this is from Cole talking about I wrote a song and you were the first beat that popped up just because you wrote J.Cole type beat.
See, now I would be ecstatic. I'll be mad, popping out. I'll be acting up. I'll definitely be balling out, texting everybody. Then everybody I know, my loved ones, like, oh my God, you know everybody I care for. But what are the odds that that's the first beat and that beat is that fire? Right. You know how many people trying to make J. Cole type beats?
Alright, coming from somebody who does that sometimes as an artist, yo, you'd be surprised, bro.
I've done it before, but I'm like, that's why I'm also saying it from that purpose because I'm like, there's never the first one like that.
I don't know, I be hitting. I be hitting on mine, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I was J. Cole type beat. If you put that in, and that's the first beat, and that means that every producer that's making those type of beats is just fine.
Well, I think that the beat was
probably one of the most played or used already.
It could have been that, or it could have been that it had just came out. Because sometimes what the algorithm does is that it'll put some ones that like had just dropped.
Yeah.
It'll put ones that people listen to a lot, right? So it could have been something like that. And also what I think about this beat is that I think that this beat it's a great beat, but it's a simple beat, right? I don't think that it's an amazing out of this world beat, but it's a type of beat that
it's in his lane.
Yeah, and you can put it on and you don't gotta think too much.
He literally looked up a beat just for him.
You can just sit there and just
for him to think and just it's what J. Cole does. Like sit down and think. He's gonna put that on the pen and pad real. He's gonna make you think. That's the whole point of him.
And that's like my favorite thing, honestly, about J. Cole is that I know some people they say that he's boring. And some people like to classify him as that. First of all, I've been to a few of his concerts. Not boring at all. His concerts is fire from beginning to end. It's a complete storyline. Which when I go somewhere, I want it to be like that. I don't want it to just be like I go, the guy performs, and then I just leave. I want it to be an experience because for that, I would just stay home and just listen to you in my car. I would just listen to that, and it would have been a done deal. But I feel that we need J. Cole in this culture where everything is so, I love Little Baby, but Little Baby is super up, right? But then he has songs like Emotionally Scarred, right? And when he drops a song like that, it kind of brings you down. I feel like J. Cole does that for the culture. I feel like he's the person that he can kind of ground everything, kind of like Kendrick Lamar. Him and K. Dot do an amazing job of kind of grounding the culture and kind of humbling it and bring it back down to its roots because we all know that what's popular right now, Lil Baby type sound, Lil Uzi, that's what's popular right now because that sound is very, new gen, but then you got J. Cole and he drops something like this and it's super simplistic. But it just hits you so correct, and just all right, we needed this.
Breath of fresh air.
And it's funny that it's called procrastination too, because it's something that a lot of people do.
It's like parentheses broke. Aye. We opened up talking crazy, as you can see. We getting deep into it. We politicking. I got my man's here. Oh, brother. One of the people I've actually known for a long time. So, my brother, I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
What it is, it's your boy DukaranFYM. We out here, rapper, poet, producer, songwriter. Got a little bit of singing. This is a little tiny bit of singing.
This is why I let him, because he got so many titles, and I'm like, I ain't gonna mess it up, because he gonna be correcting me on camera, so I'm gonna let him do it himself.
I appreciate the Here's my dose.
Nah, yo, he's one of the ones I already know off rip. I was definitely gonna have on the show off rip. I'm open to speaking being himself, not worried about what any of y'all think. That is him. He is him, unapologetically.
Nah, facts. I feel like there's such a lack of that in the culture nowadays, and it's funny because um, what gets glamorized is so many things that's not necessarily so PC, but then everybody wants everybody to be PC.
And sometimes you need the non-PC.
Yeah.
So then there's people like me
Yep.
and him. We disturbers.
Facts.
We disruptors. We just coming through and shaking everything up.
I mean, that's the way it has to be, right?
So that's why you get Here's My Dose with your boy Nate. Episode 16? Nah, I think it's 17. I don't know.
I know, when you're up there.
I'm lost. I'm just being consistent. I'm trying to do this the right way. You heard?
Facts.
Practice makes perfect, but we're doing it for real. So we actually, we were talking about this J.Cole and this track he did. He went on YouTube, searched J.Cole type beats, got a producer. First one that came up, and spazzed on it and gave it to him, had it in the vault, told him, here, hold that. Said, boom. And the dude loaded it up to his page, and now he got 1.8 million views on the track on his page. That to me is fire.
And that right there, that's why like the culture is so dope. Things like that. I mean,
who's banking off of that?
What's up?
Who's banking off of that?
Who's banking? Well, the thing is that he's banking off of that. So like that's crazy because
that one track right there is gonna carry him for a very long time off a stream if he got the right splits.
If he has the right splits,
which I'm pretty sure
J.Cole. I hope he monetized it right away.
Yeah. No. I'm pretty sure J.Cole did the right thing because he ain't gonna have no backlash on him.
No, facts, 100%.
So I'm pretty sure all that was for him. Like that message that is the cover.
Yeah, it was specifically for the kid.
Yeah.
And you know, how much you think a Cole verse goes for?
You going? I'm gonna be honest. Like
250, 300.
Nah.
Half a mil.
Half a
mil.
He got half a ticket. Half a ticket.
Bet.
For sure.
So
him catching.
How many verses do you think is on that song? That's like 2 verses, right? Like,
yeah. Like he spit for a minute.
Like bar wise, it's like 2 minutes of his spit.
Ah, that was 2 verses and a hook.
Yeah, right.
That's literally.
All right. So this dude got like $1 million song,
basically,
for free.
That's fire.
That's crazy.
Hey, what does that do for J.Cole other than the image, the look for it? I get it, but like, there's no money there. Like, if he like didn't take no cut here, send it to you through a text. Keep that loaded up to your page. Is all you. There is no contract, no nothing. That's just straight to your YouTube page if you think about it. And hopefully, homeboy freaking cover himself. Yeah, like you said.
Yeah, monetizing
it, uploading it to the rest of the pages.
That doesn't happen very often, especially in the music game where it's such a give me mine, kind of thing. But I guess J.Cole, he's just living up to his actual,
making himself more of a GOAT.
Yeah, because people see him, and not that like celebrities aren't normal, but like when you have that much money, the type of lifestyle that you live. And the way that you conduct yourself, and
it's gonna be looked at. No matter what.
Exactly. And then if you look at Cole, like the actuality of him, like riding his bike down the street, and,
he'll stop and talk to random people.
Just be like a normal person, like that normalcy. I can see why, like
people appreciate him.
Why people appreciate that?
We have too much ignorant shit.
Exactly, and it's not the fact that like it's not the fact that other celebrities aren't like that. It's just that like he came a long way from Mr. Nice Watch to now, and right now he really is Mr. Nice Watch, and that's not how he acts.
No,
and he really puts his words and his gospel to actions, which, you know.
And I'm gonna be honest. I acknowledged him from day one. Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
I acknowledged him.
Was Lights Please on that?
I forgot. Oh, I acknowledged him.
I think Lights Please on that.
You know, Brizzle and all the guys were on that
Yeah,
time when that dropped and stuff. Drake, he did that. I ain't gonna hold him. But he's not near to me, like, his career next to the whole Coles and Drake. I mean, the Coles and Kendrick. It's different. I'm like, he's not. I discredit him.
You discredit Drake?
Yeah.
Okay, why?
That pen shit.
Yeah. Because, I think it means a lot. I think it
where me and you come up, the era we come up from.
Yeah, of course.
Imagine someone telling us that they wrote for Nas.
Yeah.
Yo.
It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy.
Bro, I'm trying to tell people, like, yo, bro.
No.
We're
not talking about a hook.
And yeah, like,
we're not talking about a line.
I don't mind that.
Yeah,
we're talking about your hardest
music.
Like, think about your hardest track. Your what you're known for
and he's
slaughtering another rapper or artist. Someone else was the one that wrote that for you.
Well, think about it. You don't remember? You know Quentin Miller?
That's what I'm talking.
Yeah. So 10 bands, 50 bands,
alright, bro,
100 bands.
And this is why
that whole entire song was written by Quentin Miller.
This is how you know this is gonna be a hip hop podcast, because we were just talking about Cole, and it's like we're really right now about discussing the three main ones that are running this generation.
Facts.
The GOATs. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Kendrick, Drake, J.Cole. Drake, to me he's disqualified, alright? But let's be honest, his hardest project to me.
Okay, we're gonna talk about this because I had this conversation with people.
Has to be that.
Which one?
If you're reading this, it's too late.
Okay, if you're reading.
If you listen to that, I was listening to this tape, and I kind of figured it was gonna age like this because of his energy on that tape, who he was and who he showed up as on that tape, and that was Quentin Miller that showed up.
It was.
And he tried to make it seem like it was one or two tracks. Nah, bro.
That was a lot of tracks.
And not even that. He ran off with the swag with just those other tracks, the main ones, and kept it going on more. Kept that same energy. Whether Quentin didn't write the rest of it, you ran off with that energy. Bro.
I thought you were gonna say "Take Care."
Nah.
My favorite Drake project is
"Take Care" could be second.
What's the one with the blue when he's a baby and?
Oh, that would be my second one. Nothing was the same.
That's personally to me. That's my favorite project.
Favorite.
Yo, everyone always fights me on that, bro.
He really jumped in. Like, you know, what he does is like take other people's flows and stuff like that. At that time, he just started messing with the Migos and stuff.
Yo, it was.
And he was
great
really jumping on those joints, and he was
going hard. Yo, I fight people all the time.
Timeless tracks on that come from that album. Timeless tracks.
Just so long, we're going home. That track is fire.
The video.
Just bro.
R.I.P. Fredo.
Wait, is it Movado's in that video? Right, is Movado in that video?
And A$AP Rocky.
And
so many people.
So many people. Like,
Fredo in the cut is a scary sight. R.I.P. I was trying to tell you.
Come on, now.
No, bro, that was a crazy project.
It was, and it dropped what 2013, 2012, 2013.
I'm not good with time.
No, it was around that time.
I'm not good with time no more.
I know that because it was It was around the time right before I had my daughter.
Okay.
So it was like like either 2013 or the ending of 2012. I know it was around that time frame. I know that much. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive.
I don't really even place that to anything.
No?
It's a fire tape, but it's two people together, so I don't place that in anything.
What was it? What was it called? What was it called? What a time to be alive?
Yeah, that's what it was called.
Oh, okay.
I thought that's what you were saying. That's the song that you were singing.
It came out around that tape. I think it dropped like pretty concurrently right after.
Yeah, because he dropped 3 projects.
Yeah.
DS2.
It was pretty around that time.
I think it went
Yo, Future.
Had a run.
Golden.
Still on a run.
And still on a run. What's your favorite Future song?
March Madness.
Mine too. And you know what's funny? I usually always ask people, what would be your theme song? Like if you walked into
it would be that one, nigga. I'm a Pisces. March 9th.
Mine would be March
I'm a Pisces. My birthday's in March. March Madness would be
all day.
my
Like just think about it. Like everybody will get hyped. Everybody will get hyped.
You know what time it is if that comes on. Nah, March Madness is definitely it, but he got other songs sometimes where
no, he definitely got other songs that he goes super ham.
He's
man.
crooning, bro. He is a toxic fella.
Yo, no.
He's top notch croon. Like he had me in some bad ways.
He is king toxic. Yeah. He's fucking king toxic. Yeah. And you want to know what? People like it. Because you want to know why? Because people like to publicize and
it's for sales.
They love drama, right? Toxicity breeds drama, right? And now that we're in this age, this media age in which everything gets publicized, right? Why do you think toxicity has taken such a front seat in it being so grand in society? Why? Because people love drama.
It's what sells. It's what sells. Like,
it's
bro,
what sells.
Like, people want us to be like never in the middle, just like this with things. They want us to be all the way here, right? So like it's like I understand the situation of a lot of things, and I might joke around with the stuff. You feel me? But I'm not ignorant, so you feel me? Just 'cause I'm joking around, obviously you know that I know what it really means and what's really going on. But at the same time,
and it can't be like that. You want to know why? Because things are never black and white. You want to know what's black and white?
I like some ignorant shit. I like some, like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I like some ignorant stuff. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, like, I don't. I really like Ratchet TV. I'm against even that happening with me. I wouldn't even do half of the stuff they do, you feel me? But it's entertainment for me to watch.
Well, it's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry. Since day one, I've said it here. Since I have a guilty pleasure. That's exactly what I said on the episode. You guys can go back to it. I like Ratchet TV. I love and hip hop. I love all that stuff, bro.
That's true,
I used to watch all that stuff. Yeah, I used to watch Chelsea lately. Chelsea Handler. I think she's hilarious. She's my favorite. She's a white woman, though. I would used to come home
and put her
mad late, high as hell. Put that on, and she's there, like capping on the Kardashians, capping on everybody.
Her filter is nuts.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And she was open about her life. Like, she talked about 50 when she dated him all the time, whenever it was in the media. Like, yo, she was there every night. Chelsea was there making fun of life, bro.
Facts.
And I used to go home mad.
You gotta love her.
Bro, Chewy, R.I.P. Chewy. I love her. R.I.P. Chewy. Like, that show was it to me, like her, like, and she literally talked about Ratchet TV. I don't even like the Kardashians, but I watched the show because she talked about
drama.
She would make fun of them, and I'm like, okay, I'm watching this.
Have you ever watched Zeus TV?
That's my favorite network.
I love Zeus TV. You wanna know why?
That's my favorite network.
Unfiltered, uncut,
Ratchet TV.
Ratchet. You have to love it, bro.
Ratchet TV, bro.
You gotta love it. But just cause I love it doesn't mean I want to live it.
You know what I mean? Look at
it's always fun
Blueface.
to spectate.
Look at Blueface. Look at Chrisean.
I mean,
people making money off that network, even though we're looking at exactly what we're talking about.
We're looking at it like
this is a horrible, this is a toxic relationship in our eyes for the last year and change.
They're one of the most popular couples right now.
They're
on the internet.
so popular. Yeah. They're getting so much money off of these shows. They're reality stars now.
And it's entertaining and it's accepted. All their talks. You want to know why it's accepted? You want to know why?
Why?
All right. I was talking to somebody about this the other day. So somebody was like, "Oh, it's crazy how like when Chris Brown beat Rihanna, Rihanna, and
I was gonna bring it back to that.
You guys crucified him and this and all that, and you guys did this and you guys said that about him, but you guys aren't doing the same thing for Blueface and Chrisean." So let me tell you the difference about this whole entire situation between the two. Okay, so you got Chris Brown, who his image is pretty lover boy, who everyone wants to be with, who's going to treat you right, who is going to buy you flowers, take you out to dinner, get you whatever you want, right?
Facts.
And then you got Blueface, who's known for bust down Tatiana. Hey, bust down Tatiana. Right? Alright. So you got those two, right? So you got this image, right? This is image A. This is image A, which is Chris Brown, right? This is image B, which is Blueface, right? So image A beats a girl, right? And you're like, oh shit. Why did image A beat a girl? He shouldn't be doing that. Look at how we look at him. And you got image B who beats a girl, and then you're like, well, it's Blueface. We can see that coming from. That's messed up. Like, bro.
Man, desensitized.
We're so desensitized to this, and it's horrible. And I'm not gonna sit here and say that I don't contribute to the culture because I do be hitting replay.
I am innocent. I'm not innocent. I am not. I have my fair opinions. I mean, I come on since day one. I've come on here and I've championed Chrisean because I've been following her since 2020. I seen her since day one. Avid watch. After that, I called it. I've had people, Nate, that's nobody. Yo, Nate, she ain't gonna get famous. If she does it, this is as far as she goes. Blueface and her, and she's just gonna be another scallywag for Blue. I'm like, yo, bro, that little girl about to blow up. She got an it factor. That's what girls today act like, bro.
Yeah,
you guys need to understand.
That girls club.
She's exactly how girls wanna be. She sells. Her being tough, having a boyfriend, beating girls up, looking pretty. I'm like, that is her. She sells. That is what girls want to be today. That's how they want to act. So it's going to get lit for her. Bro, I seen this whole thing unravel day by day. I followed her. I seen it. One song, she started showing it in LA. You know how LA is.
What, that song Vibe?
Mm-mm. It was another song.
Because I'm not going to lie, I like that song.
Yeah, no. What?
She killed that. And you want to know something? I think she's a better musician.
If you ever felt
than Blueface.
So hollis.
No,
by myself. That was her first song, and she did it on the first season of Blueface show, bro. I'm telling you, I watched it since day one. Blueface said he had a show. It was pandemic, and I said, "Oh, I'm gonna."
And you called it.
I'm like, yo, he got a show. What? I'm about to sign up. I'm like, yo, you gotta make a OnlyFans. I'm like, wait, made an OnlyFans account. Got the Blueface. Paid for the Blueface. First episode. I'm like, oh, she wanted a beef. She was acting up, and this is perfect. I wanted to show you on this show today because I wanted a girl's opinion, but we're going to talk about it anyways. That girl was damaged way before Blueface even came into her life.
Yeah, and he said it too, even in the interview with A Shark.
I didn't finish. Hold up, I didn't even finish it.
Oh, you didn't?
Nope. I didn't. I'm being honest. I didn't finish it.
Yeah, I did. I got to see it.
I didn't finish it. I watched probably 20, 30 minutes, and I know it was longer than that.
It's like an hour and 40 or something.
I was working when I was hearing it. So I stopped and I was doing something else. Usually I'll finish the whole thing, but I had a long work day, so I didn't get to finish anything when it came to listen to the podcast. But I know you just saying that. Look at that. She came in that crib, bro, and she was a damaged girl. She came in there, she already was a bully mode. She had some type, she looked mad prettier than now, you know what I'm saying? Where people would consider that she had cleaner face, less tattoos, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get what people think, but that girl was damaged. She comes from a family that's so messed up.
And you wanna know something?
It's like mad kids, bro. Like, she's like one of the youngest. And
and now she has all that on her plate to deal with.
From the ghetto, Baltimore. Like, she's not a regular.
One of the poor streets.
People think just because she's a pretty girl, social media, and like, oh, she was on a show, she was a sports chick. Well, you all know when you hit 21, you start realizing who you are. You start knowing. We all know when you hit those points in your life, that's when you start becoming who you truly are. You start growing into the person that you're supposed to become. Those phases start happening. That girl was like 20 years old on the show, bro. Mm-hmm. She's 23, 22 now.
So she matured faster than what she was supposed to mature, right? And then that stunted her growth. What?
Like,
that's an oxymoron right there. That's an oxymoron right there.
You're right.
That's an oxymoron right there. And you want to know? I used Shannon Sharp.
Yeah. I watch it.
Yeah, I watch Skip and Shannon every morning religiously. Those are my peoples. Now he always says this one phrase, and he says, if you give somebody something, they're just gonna be. If you give somebody more, they're just gonna become more of what they already are, right? So you got Chrisean, right, who's very damaged, you know, individual. She has her demons that she has to deal with, and she's not dealing with correctly. And as much as people want to glorify their relationships, it's not a good relationship.
It's not.
Like they're not good for each
No,
other.
and people glorify it knowing that it's bad because
Yeah.
in the same senses that they're posting stuff, they'll be like toxic. This, that. That's you.
That's you
knowing that it's a bad thing, but here you are, like.
But
yeah,
here you are glorifying.
And I do that myself, but because I see the comedic side to it, but I know what it really is.
What it really is, and it's not healthy.
It's not at all.
Like at all. So you give this girl who is already has these extra problems, and then you give her a limelight, and the way that limelight is becoming bigger,
and she's not even faking it. To be honest,
no, she's not.
This is her.
This is her, and that's why
the people gave her these contracts because they're like, oh, we can make money just off of her being herself. We don't even got to give her a storyline.
Nothing.
Her whole life is crazy.
Exactly.
Alone.
And it's kind of like I know people.
It's bad, but at the same time, it's like if you're in entertainment, because people want to be like, oh, we're making money, we're doing the same thing as a white man.
Entertainment.
This is how the business is run. This is how, and I'm not saying it's okay, but it's at the same time, these people know what they're doing.
1,000%.
You think they're not aware that their whole life is on display and that they're being mad reckless and that they could go to jail and do it and all this could turn out really bad at the end of it? Of course they know, but that's the price that they are willing to pay to be where they're at.
It's true. Everybody has a price.
And that is their price, right?
Everybody has a price. And
their whole relationship on display is what got him every week on display, just going crazy on social media. You think they're gonna stop putting the cameras in front of them, knowing that they're picking up all that traction? Nah, I'm down to give you guys the real life.
It's true.
He's an active gang member, like literally an active gang member rapper.
And
he says it. He claims
all the time.
In Cali, maybe not down here, but like in Cali, like it's okay to be open with your gang. You know, the cops know you as you're part of this gang, you're this person, so it's, you know what I'm saying, that's the politics out there.
They know.
So they could be known as active gang member. That's not snitching or exposing anybody. That's just like, yo, that's gang.
Exactly.
Feel me? But that lifestyle is different. I tell people all the time, like, I was arguing with somebody today, and I'm like, it's not him. It's really not him. Like, he has, obviously, he gave her fame. He knows what it is, but he got his own issues. But if you see what it is, he's mad calm and collected. He just lets her be herself.
And then
he knows. There's so many moments where you see this man just like with his face, it's like, and she's spazzing just sitting there.
Yeah, but
in multiple interviews.
And he shouldn't be doing that to himself as much as she shouldn't be putting herself in that situation.
They're willing to pay the price.
And they're willing to pay the price for it. That shit is
horrible.
Because I don't agree with any of their actions. Of how they are in the relationship, of how they treat each other. If you love with somebody, if you really want to be with somebody, and you respect somebody, there's no reason why you should put your hands on them.
At all.
Whatsoever.
And
that's number one. Yeah. And then talk to them the way that they talk to each other. It's like they talk to each other like
they're homeboys.
Yeah. And like it's somebody from down the street who you get into some problems with.
Bro, but that's right there, that's part of their culture, Cali. That's that gang banging stuff, bro. I can't even blame them for them being a product of their environment too. That's what they live in. That's what they grew up in. Even though she didn't grow up there, you could just tell she was about that life. She came into this. That's why she fit in so perfect to the whole scenario. She was about throwing the hands. She was already about that life, gang. She was with it. Like it wasn't like he was like, "Come over here. I'm gonna turn you out." You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that wasn't the situation. That's what people trying to make it seem. Yes, he has blame, but it takes two, bro. She's not that much of a dumb person.
No,
he's caught her on conversations, him outside the freaking door saying like it's beneficial, me and him doing this, and exposed it because people kept putting that storyline on him, and he's like, look, it's beneficial, and then he basically said it, sum it up, it's beneficial for both of them to be with each other. Like, it's not just him gaining off of her, she's gaining too.
Yeah, they're both gaining off of each other. And they're gonna keep doing this because why? Because it's making
everybody's feeding into it.
It's making them money. And I'm gonna be honest,
You were about to talk about the music. The music's there for her. She has her own
Oh
little
no,
lane.
I think she's a better artist than Blueface sonically.
Sonic
Speaking,
because you hear it.
because you can hear it. If she had the right writer for her, she could do some damage. If she
I'm
because she had like
it might not be hard to
pun intended,
people.
she has that vibe.
Yeah, oh yeah, bro. It might not like sound hard to people and like plain and simple, but there's something that sonically you could feel her pain, and every time she makes music, she cries. Yo, bro, this shorty opened up on season 1, and she was honest with people. And the only thing she had the only thing that she had a problem with was be real. That was her whole message season 1. Be real. Don't be doing no funny stuff. Be real. That was her message all the time. Yo, be real. And every time someone put something funny, it was pulling the hands automatically because she's like, I'm treating you guys the best, and you guys want to pull funny stuff. And she takes things to the heart as a
she does
and way to the heart. Like
she'll
ride or die for you, but if you cross it, I say you're dying. Like,
she hasn't learned how to control her emotions
at all.
She doesn't know how to properly like take something in stride and just like deal with it, internalize it, and instead everything it has to be an external force. She has to deal with it externally. It doesn't need to always be that type of behavior and whatnot. And
she just knows physical.
Yeah, that's all she knows. You get her mad, she's gonna want to beat the crap out of you.
And that doesn't even solve nothing.
And that doesn't solve anything. If anything,
the truth is still the truth. It doesn't change the situation.
Yeah,
it makes you beat the person up.
Intensifies it for
it even makes it.
No reason.
It just makes it more clear to the person that they're right.
1000%. And then what do you do with that?
You fought with somebody. Why? Because of the truth, and now you're looking at yourself inside like, damn, wasn't even worth it.
And then it's funny because like
that's a lot.
She'll always lash out, and then she'll feel the sense of regret, and then
but that's how you know she's real.
And then
a real person wouldn't act. A real person wouldn't like even.
Well, a person who doesn't have emotions wouldn't react like that. No, they wouldn't.
But not even people that have emotions, they just like not gonna do that. Even people with emotions, they won't go back and spin the block and say sorry or do anything like that.
No, of course.
They'll be mad heartless.
It's remorse.
She feels those feelings, so she's intense.
I think Blueface just reacts.
Nah, yo, and I'm gonna be honest, I really think Blueface really likes her, like loves her. Like he got something for her, like when it comes to love. I'm gonna be honest. Like obviously it's beneficial, but it's like it's to a certain point where you know like I can't keep doing this. You know what I'm saying?
In my definition, I wouldn't say that he loves her, but in their definition of their type of relationship that they have, because it's their normalcy.
They hold each other down no matter what.
It's their, like, that's normal for them. It's not normal for me. It's not normal for most people to be putting your hands on.
We are not beefing like we're two grown men. Cause when they fight, that's two grown men.
That's not normal. That's not normal for us. But the way that they love and the way that they are, it's wrong, but it's normal for them. It's kind of like...
It's what they grew up around.
It's kind of like hearing gunshots. When I'm somewhere that's not like, you know, urban in the ghetto that I'm used to me it's nothing. But to someone who's never grown up in that type of environment, they're a little bit more apprehensive and abrasive to a situation like that because they're not used to it. But that's exactly how Chrisean and Blueface are, you know? They fight, they hit each other. It's normal. It's not normal to us because that's not the type of environment that we're growing up in.
I can't have people over here like making it seem like it's his fault. Like I'm like, nah, that you can't blame that man. He just gave us a spotlight, and you know what?
No, I think it's both of their faults.
No, yeah, it goes 50-50. You have to.
I think
like I said, they both acknowledge what it is of the situation.
I think it's both of their faults.
If you both are willing to pay the price, then you're both at fault. Don't be coming over here trying to point fingers.
They're both choosing to stay. They're both choosing to fight. They're both choosing to record all this stuff and put it out in public. Like
so avoid all this. All you gotta do is this. Yeah, that's it.
Exactly, and that's it. And and they don't want to. Why? Because they're making that bag right now.
The price is right right now. That's
right. Everybody got a price.
The price is right at the moment.
Young Miami got a price.
Oh, Young Miami got a price. I mean, her price is really not money though.
No, it's urine.
Shawty's trying to keep her skin, the vitamins. He's like, yo, come give me that
didn't
nutrient.
really put the P.
Yo, listen, he's giving it.
That's disgusting.
Yo, listen. That was crazy of a segue.
Yo, imagine like somebody telling you that they enjoy that R. Kelly treatment, that golden shower. Oh, did you forget about that?
You see, like, yo, that is some filthy man behavior.
Yeah.
But women really like that. So was R. Kelly back in the day wrong for that?
There's girls right now who are getting paid.
No, he was wrong actually because the girl was underage.
Yeah, the girl was underage.
That's why he was wrong. Okay, now I remember now.
No, yeah, the girl's underage.
You know,
the act of it
is not girls
right
like
now.
it.
There's girls who are getting paid 10 bands right now.
So
to get pissed on,
or to piss on people,
and to either piss on people, and so that guys can take dumps on them.
Oh, now they fly you out to Dubai.
Yeah, they fly you out to like Dubai and like
they know out there. Dubai is known for the dumps on the chest. I don't know why.
That's disgusting. But shout out to Miami. She ain't gotta go far for that.
She got a billionaire right here.
She got a billionaire right here.
Yeah, she got a billionaire bicho down.
That's disgusting.
Yo, bro, listen. I knew. I'm not even gonna talk about the rest of it, but she was saying some other freaky stuff, and I was like, "This man Diddy."
I didn't get past the.
More Diddy stuff gets confirmed. More stuff about Diddy just gets confirmed more and more by the years go by.
Diddy is a very interesting character.
Wild boy. I ain't got nothing against it.
Nah, I ain't got nothing against it.
It's just funny.
Do what you want to
do. The storyline that hip hop runs with him is just funny. The narratives is funny, so it's just. When I hear stuff, I just be like, "Oh man, this don't paint Diddy in a good picture," but she bad.
But it's like, but then you hear it right, and you don't dismiss it. It's like, damn, that sounds crazy.
Listen,
but
Trino's reaction because it was an interview with Trino, Chrisean, please, and actually, let's play that. I just see if I can get it.
I'll pick this one. Oh Lord, what is it? I can't say it. You got to. It says take a shower. You like golden showers. I do. Golden showers. You know when the guy pees on you, pee on you everywhere. Do you like it? I just like it. You do. Freak of the week, huh? So you say take a shot. You say take a shot. Yeah, I take a shot. You got golden showers.
I only heard the audio.
I don't know. It's just I don't know.
Watch. Give more context.
This
is gonna give you more context. Listen.
So to be honest with you, I've never had a golden shower. I did. I've never had a golden shower. Like I've given one. Oh, is that the same thing as squirting or? Yeah, they say that. I don't know. But
no, that's a lie.
Hold up.
I give them.
That's a lie.
Golden shower. But I've never experienced that. I'm all about trying new things, though. It's fun. Yeah, you know when you drunk and you just and they just pee all over your body. You just pee in your blood.
Ew.
I don't know. And then y'all still have sex after?
She very lit right there.
Like you can pee on me in the shower. You can pee on me like once you come. Like it just depends. It just depends on how the night flows. I gotta try this out. Go to the shower. We gonna take one more because they go to the shower. That's lit. Come on, one more for you. Golden shower it is for the 2023. Let's go, Chrisean.
She had fun with that tree. She was coming with that heart. That's all you. I got you.
You say take a shot if you ever fuck a nigga. His homeboy, I did. Fuck them together? Separately. Wait, say it again. If you ever fuck a nigga and his homeboy, you know, like sometimes you choose the wrong friend. And you want to go back and fuck that one? And it's like, I think I had really like the truth. Yeah, my younger days, yeah, I did. Yeah, let's take a shot? Yeah. Oh, let's take a shot.
She's on the block.
Bruh, time out. Yo, if a man got on Revolt TV, right? Picture this. And said, right? Not that it doesn't happen. If a man got up there, a normal man, an average man, right? And said, oh, I just wanted to, pipe both of y'all because essentially, I picked the wrong one. How is that going to sit with the women audience? I'm not going to say female because Some of y'all get mad at that.
No, female women, we respect them. And listen.
I just quick, quick response.
The reaction would be, we're dirtbags, scumbag,
Facts,
we're the worst, and all other bad words in the dictionary that you could think of when it comes to guys. Disgusting and everything. But at the end of the day, reality is that girls do it all the time.
Oh yeah, girls are
just as much as guys. If
I
anything, don't be mad about it. But my opinion is, girls will probably do it more than guys.
Girls do it more than
guys.
Guys
will probably try it, attempt to do it, and girls will turn it down. Because some girls hold each other down, but then there's a lot of you women that won't hold each other down, and we'll get it off. We'll pipe at least 5 out of there'll be a group of 5. We'll pipe 2 to 3.
And girls love getting revenge, and the best way
y'all
to
very
get
spiteful.
Is,
y'all petty and spiteful. Like everybody's petty and spiteful, bro.
And I know statistically it doesn't state it, but girls cheat way more than men.
Oh yeah.
And you want to know why?
I mean, they're online admitting it at this point. There's content online admitting women admitting this. Like,
and that's the thing is because before, right? All these statistics before that were taken before. It used to be before this whole era where women have, quote unquote, embraced their sexuality, and they wouldn't admit to cheating.
Oh yeah,
right.
Take it to the grave. That's what.
Yeah. So now that more girls,
I got women here that admit it. They take a lot to the grave.
100%.
Guys, you could catch
and
us.
I'm not saying that deny. No. Listen, y'all just better at it.
Y'all better. And listen, not even we'll deny, but eventually we'll give in. A woman will take it to the grave. A man will be like, you know what? Because we'll get fed up, and we'll be like, whatever, just give in. You know what I'm saying? At least that's how I seen growing up. Most dudes, like,
but then
we usually just give it up. There's no way of hiding it. Girls will take it to the grave, even if it's.
But they'll tell their friends though. They'll tell their friends, right? And you know what their friends will tell them? Oh, it's okay because he wasn't loving you, right? Or, no, it's okay because X, Y, Z. And I hear it all the time. Like, girls comfort women.
Oh, he was treating you bad.
Yeah, girls comfort women a lot and figure out ways to be like, it's okay for you cheating. And I'm not saying all girls. Yeah. I'm not saying all girls.
Yeah.
When I say this.
Because I think that's even for us guys. Like, yo, you.
No, of course.
You ain't acting right, so yeah, I'm going to go cheat. So I think that's across the board with everybody. But
yeah.
Women
Women
try to make it like it's an okay thing.
It's an okay thing because you did that. Trust.
Stepping out, period. Whether it's wrong or right, even if the relationship is rocky, it's wrong.
It's wrong. 1,000%.
You're supposed to be riding out the relationship.
Be figuring out.
And I'm not saying every relationship should not.
There's a lot of relationships that go through that.
I'm sorry. I'm not saying it's okay, but let's be honest. Like, people get into shit. People grow. That's part of life. You know what I'm saying? You guys are gonna go through shit. That's what's gonna test you to see how. You know what I'm saying? Either you're gonna stick it out, or you're gonna be with them or not. Everybody gotta pick their poison in a way, and I don't even like saying that pick your poison because that's in a negative term, meaning like pick your person that you're gonna put up with their bullshit. But yeah. I don't even like saying that no more. But in a way, that's how people look at it. So I say that because that's how people are gonna compute and understand what I'm speaking on.
No, of course.
You feel me? I'm gonna find in the future. I'm gonna find a different way to say that to you guys. But as for now, it's just that's how they understand it. Like, that's just society as a whole. That's how it works. We see it as a system, and that's what it is. It's right there. So I literally, the girls just they better at this point. We had it at one point, and they used to scold us about it, but they really turned it up on us.
Oh, it's because from when we're young, like we're told, protect the girl, the girls can do no wrong, and X, Y, and Z. This whole entire Disney Channel life that kids grow up on.
Our culture too.
Huh?
Our culture too.
What do you mean?
Like Dominicans. Look how we come up. The man gotta handle the household. The woman stays home cooking.
No, but I'm not talking about that. I'm speaking to the terms of the damsel in distress.
Oh, okay, yeah, right.
And how it's integrated into our culture from when we're young, and it always shows the man constantly trying to do things for the woman, and the woman is really doesn't do anything bad, right? Which we all know that that's a lie because both men and women, we both do things bad. But because that's how it's programmed, right? We sometimes put it past a pretty face.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that
of being capable of doing certain
of
things.
being capable, because you look at them and you're just like, she would never do something
and
like
that's
that.
The most dangerous
and
one.
That's the dangerous one.
The pretty innocent face, the quiet
Not
one.
saying that you got, and you don't know what the thing is. It's because
people learn from their mistakes.
Yeah.
I just want to make that clear to you. Like
100%. It's because
everybody gets cheated
option
on. I don't want to hear people acting like they never got cheated on. You just don't know about it.
facts. It's because the option
Especially
is there.
if you're like 30 and you're in the 30s, best believe.
It could have definitely happened to you. And we're not saying that the person that you're with, they are cheating you.
Yeah.
We're just saying that
a time and moment in your life, it's a possibility. A very high possibility.
A very high possibility.
Because it's popularized more than ever now.
Yeah, you know.
Growing up, it just cheating. Think about it. It became more
and there's
normalized.
so many videos online that, like, you know, like
it's normalized more than ever today.
You have these guys.
That's why we have this conversation, because people
like
want to make it. Girls want to make it okay, because they're treating you wrong. Like, man, you don't step out even if you're going through rocky things. What you do is you leave the relationship completely, and that's it.
Because the same way that girls don't want to be with a broke man is the same way that a guy doesn't want to be with a girl who has been with a lot of people or who has had a lot of access to you. Or
has a history of cheating.
Or has a history
You
of
don't even
cheating
need to be like a
that.
hoe. You don't need nothing. You just have a history of every time you're with that person for so long, you cheat. That right there is red flag.
Why? Because
people don't even understand that. They'd be like, "Oh, that's being a hoe." That's not really her being a hoe, but she cheats.
She's a cheater.
She's not hooking up with mad niggas. She's been with one nigga, cheated on one nigga the whole time. Like, you know, there's ways for circumstances, every situation. It's just people just want to put one label to it right away, and it's just like we do a lot of the same stuff. So we gotta say we hoe ass niggas too.
Now that's
people don't want to see that side of us. I know because I was a dirtbag. I admit to a lot of shit that I did growing up. I know I violated people's relationships. I violated marriages. I violated
my skeletons are still in the closet.
Nah, mine's in the. You'll never know other people. It's just I admit to
He's like, I ain't putting no names.
No names ever.
I'm
Situation
means to an end.
This is, you know what I'm saying? It's me being in this field, you know what I'm saying? I want to always be transparent. If anything ever pops up, I'll be like, I told you.
No. I mean, I think we've all been, you know, in situations.
Yeah.
Like that. Well, not.
I followed my demons. I didn't fight them. I went with them. Yo, let's party. Let's go.
For
the angel right here, the devil right here, the angel.
For disclaimer purposes, usually when I say all, I mean majority.
Yeah.
You know, because there's always exceptions to the rules, and like that's what sometimes people don't understand. You be like, well, we're not all like that. I was like, well, I mean, not all, but like, you know, anything over 50%.
When someone says that to me immediately, it's like a red flag in a conversation. Not all of us. It's like, what do you think I'm talking about?
Because what do you think I'm talking about?
I'm not so dumb and I'm not so ignorant to the point where I'm saying the whole world is this way.
The whole world.
When I'm speaking to you, I'm talking about society.
Exactly.
A majority. You know what I'm saying? A bigger crowd than the smaller crowd.
It's 6 out of 10 of y'all is like that. And I'm gonna say
it's
most of y'all.
It's more than 5. It's more than half.
Anything over that 5 line is all. Almost.
Anything more than half of whatever it is most.
Is the majority.
Point blank.
Which means that you can almost, you know, play. If 6 out of 10 times I can place a certain type of whatever it is, then that's a high number for me.
No, I'm glad you're actually saying that, because
to have like a really conducive conversation, first of all, one person needs to be listening while the other person speaks. And when that person is actually listening, you need to be ready to actually take what they're saying and not listen to respond, which is a lot of people's problems. They listen to what you're saying and they harp on one part. They be like, all right, when it's my turn, I'm gonna respond to that right there. And then from that point forward, they don't hear anything else. They're gonna try to take anything into consideration, because I can have a conversation with you and we can have opposing views, and I could be like, oh, I can see how you can think that. Mm-hmm. But this is why I feel X, Y, and Z.
Your perspective.
Yeah. Do you feel that you can see it from that way? Once you start telling me,
It's like I told you earlier, I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
You said
and then
something to
boom.
me like, oh,
And
it
then
clicked.
it
It's
popped
about
into your
being
thing.
that perspective you gave me, opened me up to something else. To think.
Exactly.
People not open to that. Bro.
No, and then once you start, once people start combating you and certain things like that,
And I want
you
people to be
already know it's gonna
combative.
be nothing.
No, but I want people to be
you want it
combative.
to be combative, but not
a good,
to the point.
a good
Yeah,
combat.
exactly. But not to the point where they're arguing from a point of emotion.
Nah, because
which is what people argue.
What I've started with doing this, I started catching myself. When I start having to repeat something to the person, I have to like just stop myself because obviously it's not processing. So
no,
this
it's not
is
processing.
going nowhere because you don't understand what I'm saying.
And when you say something, it's even worse. When you say it one way, you're like, okay, let me say it again, but like let me switch up some words and switch up the verbiage to see if I can say it this way and maybe they understand it. And then once they say or they're combating to that again, you're like, all right,
that's it.
Cool, that's it. Because it's not gonna hit them. You can tell them 1,000 times that the sky is blue. And they're gonna tell you 999 times
white.
I mean, they're gonna tell you 1,000 times that that the sky is white. And no matter how many different times you say it, they're still gonna sit there and be like, no, it's not blue.
They can see it, they can hear it, smell it, and touch it.
And it's still not that.
And look at that, because it's the same situation with Thug and Gunna. They could see the situation with Gunna. They could see this man standing up there saying what he said and still want to fight for him and say he's not a snitch.
Yeah. Personally speaking, he definitely did snitch if we're taking it by if we're taking
what we grew up on.
What we grew up on and what the definition of it is. There's no other way of looking at it.
I don't care what a lawyer said. I don't care what anybody's other input. It's what you guys been seeing in your movies. It's what you guys know. Like, you guys watch movies 100%. Growing up. Like, every theme was about a snitch. We know what it was.
Yeah, we do.
So I don't understand how people are lost, bro. That's what I don't know where people, like, I mean, I get it, the whole, his music, the clout, the rapper, the look, the image, the money.
Him.
Yeah, but
he's
at the
popular.
same time, like,
it's kind of like,
how is there a confusion?
Well, the confusion comes where people want...
How you make that an argument? That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, the argument...
When it's clear cut in our face.
No, the argument isn't there. The argument
Thank you, just say that.
No. There's certain situations which have gray areas. There's no gray area in this situation unless you want to make it a gray area. If it's your own personal gray area, then cool. That's what you want to live by.
Stand on that.
Say
that.
You know?
Don't act like,
if you want to keep...
Don't make light of a situation. Stand on it.
Yeah.
Take it for what it is.
Take it for what it is. But don't say that is not one thing when we know that it is that thing just so that you can justify doing another thing. Those two things, they can coexist. You just got to be like, this is how it is, you know? I don't care that he snitched. I'm still gonna listen to Drip Too Hard. If that's what you want to do, then by all means.
Oh.
But don't sit there and then try to justify it by saying that one thing that dismisses everything else isn't what it is. Because we both know that it is what it is. Am I right?
No, you're right, yeah, bro. I just don't understand, like, how, like, I'm just looking at it, like, I literally see it day by day. I seen, like, you follow the same type of people, you know, you see the certain people that you always pay attention to and stuff, and I've seen how people flipped with this whole situation, bro, with time gone. Like, from day one, how at one point they're like, nah, he's a snitch, the next point he ain't, it's just a lot of flippy floppy wishy-washy with it. And I'm just like, yo, y'all need to pick and choose where you stand at it, because at this point, I don't know, man. I don't want to get in the car with none of you.
Yeah, because, like...
I'm not saying I'm doing anything illegal.
Yeah,
but let's just say, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because nobody had an issue doing this when Tekashi 6ix9ine was snitching. Nobody had an issue to be like, this guy's a snitch, we're not going to go listen to him. What's that line that Lil Durk said? Don't play that little whatever right in the club. Or
yeah.
What was that? That line was super. Everybody was saying that.
Viral.
Yeah, everybody was saying that.
Viral.
Everybody was saying that. It went viral. But now Gunna, he snitched, right? And everybody's like,
Nah, but Dirk
but
and all
did he
of them.
really?
Yeah, they were like that. Yeah.
But did he really?
It took all these artists a minute to even unfollow.
To even unfollow.
Because it's been a minute since he's been snitched.
It makes you like, you know, think about it or something. But you wanna know what? Like, the thing is how we were talking about earlier when it comes to like the industry and whatnot. If you actually look at people who put money into these rappers' pockets,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say unfortunately because it should be more. The black and Hispanic, our community and whatnot, we don't buy a lot. We don't be buying merch like that. We don't be, we don't, you know, buy the expensive tickets to the concerts. The most expensive. Not that it doesn't happen, but more often than not.
People are not.
Exactly.
People need to be realistic. Who's a consumer?
The demographics of the people who are actually putting all this money inside of these rappers' pockets are mostly white kids, white suburban kids, or, you know, kids from, you know, Europe and whatnot. All these other kids who necessarily do not live the same exact lifestyle that we do and that these rappers talk about, they're the ones who are actually putting money into these rappers' pockets. So if you take us out of it, it really doesn't matter.
Make a difference.
It really doesn't make a difference. It does and it doesn't, you know?
No, there's a crowd for everything now.
It's going to make a difference because the underground, you know, and how things get started and things get riled up, unless, you know, social media, you boost up a different certain way.
Yeah.
The streets, we talk and then it goes, for the most part, goes boom, you know? And then it pops and whatnot. But after it goes boom and the pops and whatnot, it doesn't matter. Our fraction of what we put into it, monetary wise, aside from the attention that we give, because we pay attention to more than anybody. Aside from the attention that we give,
our people, yes,
it really
is fuck.
It really doesn't matter because we're not the ones who are buying the merch and this and all that. And
you're right.
From somebody who's been on shows and from somebody who's all right. I've traveled, right?
I seen you go on tour.
I've gone on tour, right? And when I've gone on tour, I would bring my merch with me, right? I would sell out when I would leave here. I've done 3 or 4 shows in Lawrence and have bought my merch and asked me if I made more than a couple $100.
No, of course not. I ain't even gonna ask you. I know.
No, because people don't purchase, and it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's gravy.
I already
I want you guys to just support me, period, and I appreciate that. But I understand how this works, and I understand how the market goes.
It's not here.
It's not here. We are not the ones who are putting in the bulk of the money. We're probably putting in like 30%, but everything else is 70%. Is that demographics, and guess what? They don't care about snitching. They don't.
They don't.
They don't care about snitching. They don't care about none of that.
If that track smacks,
if it smacks, if it hits, if the
words
image, that they want to say, then
the gimmick goes perfect with it.
To the roof. And by saying they don't, we're not saying everybody, but most people don't.
I mean, this is what it is. This is why a lot of artists don't even last long either. So
it's true.
Like,
microwave era,
for real. Like rappers come in and go like this. Like there's so many rappers that I was just like, as of last year and the year before, that I was like thinking they were gonna take off.
And then they're not here anymore.
Is they signed to somebody and it's just like, what happened to the hype? They didn't ride the hype.
You
right?
know who?
And then when they go to release, it's just like, your hype already died out. Why are you releasing so late?
You know who would still be amazing right now?
Who
he would be superstar right now? JuiceWRLD.
Oh.
Rest in peace to JuiceWRLD. And you know why that situation gets me heated? Because when he took all those drugs and he overdosed on the plane because the pilot was one who he called it in and said that they had all those drugs and whatnot. He was on that plane with a few of his friends, right? If my man's is the breadwinner, right?
We know.
He's the one who's putting on for all of us. All of them. You think You think I'm gonna tell my boy to swallow that stuff? I'm gonna look at him and be like, "Yo, bro, you got me.
This generation.
You're gonna take care. You gonna take care of me. You gonna bail me out. You gonna put money in my books. You gonna take care of my family. What's he gonna tell you?
Of course, he's capable.
Of course, because he's capable. He's more than capable. So that whole entire situation pissed me off. I know it's a little bit old, but we're just talking.
No, actually, it's got it curving because his ex is going crazy right now.
Oh yeah, I seen that. She just got
we can actually cover that right now. Like
yeah, she got arrested with the
19-year-old boyfriend.
With her boyfriend and stuff. What was it that happened? It was some type of
They got caught up with meth.
Yeah, I was about to say I know it was some type of drug.
The meth, obviously, you know it was coke, but
yeah,
like,
have fentanyl and all
so they're gonna say meth.
Exactly.
Meth.
Exactly.
It's not like she's having hardcore meth. Like it's obviously you guys know what time it is.
But look, it's just sad. Bro.
The problem is that people. So the last couple of weeks, because I've been following it, I see it, I read it, I have to because it's like she is attached of his legacy.
Yeah, she is.
All right, so. And it's kind of actually academically broken down pretty good. So like, the label could have been taking care of that shorty. They could have been shut her up. They could have been done so many things. You know what I'm saying? Including her and his music and so much stuff. Because at the end of the day, what they never nobody like the fan base took from it, but not the business part of it, and they didn't understand his fan base obviously because his music is all about her. A lot of the music tracks about her. We have video and footage him telling us that a lot of it is inspired by her.
Mm-hmm.
Like
he
left a lot. Yeah, bro. She was exactly that. His muse. He left a lot of documentation of how he felt about that girl. That's the reason why the fan base backs her up so much, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But the label didn't do it right. They didn't bring her into the project. So then,
100%.
they you know what I'm saying? Like, she really mattered. She played a key. Like, you guys wouldn't even be having these songs and these hits if
it wasn't for that.
For her being a muse, and people want to make her seem like she's a bad influence. But I sat down and seen that interview about that he took, and he said that he was taking drugs, and because of he was listening to Future and Lil Wayne. Like, he said that shit in the interview, bro. Mm-hmm. He didn't say because of a girl, bro. She had nothing to do with it. He was already on that wave. So for people to come and be like, "Oh, she was the one that had her," bro. Like, I get the age gap.
Yeah. I mean, the depression because of her. We're not saying that it didn't amplify.
It didn't amplify. Yeah, it's two depressed people getting together. That's a horrible combination.
No, that's a mixture for disaster.
You know what I'm saying? But you can't put all blame on her. It's two depressed people that fall in love with each other. That's them. That's their story.
Which happens
a lot
more than often.
Because people connect off of depression.
Misery loves company.
And when you connect off of depression, that's
a drug right there, bro.
That's bad.
It's
people don't even get it. Yeah, therapist. Oh man, I went through that one.
Yeah, we're not even talking about that.
I learned the hard way, but it's good. But nah, but bro, that like she's really attached to his legacy. So I look at that situation pretty like so against what I see social media, Twitter and shit, because I see the fan base, but that fan base really fucks with her. Like, they understand what he really meant to her.
Yeah, of course, because if you're...
No matter what they want to put out for headlines on her, that shit ain't no go, bro. They're not having that.
No.
They be down under the post, like, y'all be trying to tarnish JuiceWRLDs' legacy and her legacy. Like, she's part... Yo, they down there going crazy in the comments. And it's the majority, like you said. Like, when you start seeing more of that and less of the other one... Yeah. I gotta go with, they're saying this. This is his fan base shows up, like you said it. He was literally gonna be the big up, him and Youngboy right there. He was gonna be right there with Youngboy.
Yeah, facts.
Youngboy's unstoppable. He might not have radio hits, but he got the numbers.
He does. He's one of the most streamed, and that's what matters. Because he gets those streams and then he gets those physicals, like shows, everything. Be selling out. He has a really that
fan base is different, but JuiceWRLD has that fan base too because
he does.
The type of music he tapped into. Mm-hmm. White folks love that, man.
Yeah, especially with the first song, "Lucid Dreams."
Oh my God, we love that because it was a timeless song for us. Like
he only gained. He was only able to keep like 10%.
Oh no, he sued him.
Yeah, because he sued him before.
And he said he was gonna pay his kid, his grandchildren's college with that.
Mm-hmm.
I was dying.
Because they were trying to say that it was interpolation, and it was not interpolation.
It wasn't. I remember. People were covering it on podcasts. I was like, damn. But that right there was one of the That right there was one of actually the cases that made it clear to people, like, oh shit, you gotta be careful sampling now. Like that's always been a thing, but when he had that case, people were like, alright, now we really gotta really super be careful with sampling. Look at all the percentages they took off of that.
Facts, bro.
It's a legend. Give me my money.
Legend. Pusha's a legend.
Pusha?
Pusha's not a legend?
He's a legend.
I was about to say, come on now, Clips all the way back to the Clips.
Nah, they're responsible for a whole era.
Wah wah. What they do?
I mean, Lil Wayne, really, you know.
No, they're responsible for all around that era. People say, "Oh,
Dipset
he's
and all
too
that.
old to be talking about drugs and this and all that." But listen, Young Jeezy still doesn't. He gets it. He
No,
still
wait,
gets
that
it.
Young Jeezy
Yo, that
album.
young mother. Woo!
That Young Jeezy album that we just got
Out
was...
the park.
No, bro, listen.
That was hard. That was hard. That was hard.
It wasn't even a time and moment because it was just like he brought that back. He got his favorite producer that he did hits with, and he went crazy.
Facts.
Like he rap. I was like, let's go. I needed this. I needed it. That sound was. It's like all his. It's his sound upgraded, sounding cleaner. You know the sound, but he got the producers coming back with their own original sounds, just more up. I'm like, yo, bro, I love that shit.
Now, with the whole Pusha and the Jersey thing.
You know what? We got one more topic before we leave.
Well, one more time before we go, because we gotta talk about that. Because
this is petty.
Drake did some. All right.
Listen.
Who do you think won that battle?
All right.
Who do you think? And we're not talking about popularity contest.
Okay. I'm giving it to Pusha, bro. I went off of what the track, the music.
I went off of Damage.
But listen, bro. I listen to Drake. Listen. I don't like Drake fans. Point blank.
Why?
I don't like Drake fans because they don't have a real gauge of his career, bro. It's just for them, everything's fire. Everything like that. To me, they don't have a realistic like you see how me and you thought about Nothing Was the Same, and if you're reading this, they don't even acknowledge those shits like that.
Think they just be with the hype.
Like they just be with the Take Cares and the other like yo, bro.
Did you like the last project that he dropped?
What? When him and 21?
No. That was a dual project. The one that was more like on the techno side.
It was I listened to the real before that. I know the real people behind that sound.
No, I really like that. I really like that part. A lot of people.
I think it was
project.
I didn't think it was bad. I just think it was I
saved like
it's like if you listen to that type of music.
Yeah, then
those people really. A lot of those people felt offended. I don't know if you were into that. Yeah, bro, because
like the techno and all that.
Yeah, because he took a sound and then people were like, why he came out the cut and he did that.
But I don't think
other
that
people in that lane.
I think he was doing that way before, and I think this was a compilation. I think that song was rooted way back.
Nah, bro, that was a wave coming. No, that is rooted back. It's like Coffee and them people. Like that's from overseas.
No, but what I'm saying is that I feel like Drake had done songs like that before.
Oh yeah, he's done little. Yeah, he done singles and shit.
I think that was the first project.
But that was a specific one sound project. You feel me? Like
I really liked it.
No, it was a good project, but I'm saying like he specifically focused on that one sound, and he had that one rap track at the end. Jimmy Crooks, right?
That's it.
All right. So he did that one sound, but he did that sound knowing that there was a wave coming. Beyonce came and executed that right after him way better.
1,000%.
So then that's when I'm saying like that's why his was kind of good. And then people when hers came out, the people in that genre were like, "This is how you do it."
Yeah.
No. And Beyonce, you find out Beyonce went and she pulled the right people from the genre to work on those projects.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Whereas Drake took one dude, Coffee, and then in-house shit.
Yeah, and then just kept the form. But yeah, so you were saying, so Pusha, he won. Damage-wise, I personally think that he won.
No, yeah, nobody ever even chipped his armor.
Nothing, because bro,
nah.
Once you told the world,
that was a big secret. I'm sorry.
That you have a
the
kid,
biggest artist in the world hiding something,
bro. That's crazy.
No, what got me was
that's like a Kamehameha, bro.
And this is my argument where everybody be moving the goalposts. what got me was that everybody was like, oh, that's petty, blah blah blah. I'm like, yo, bro, have you heard raps diss tracks?
Yeah.
They're the most disrespectful thing in
things
the world. Why would Pusha T even let loosen up on somebody that was getting at him or being petty?
Apparently, y'all never heard of Arsenal.
Y'all, not even that. Like Pac and Biggie are disrespectful, the greatest, and y'all seen this. They're known for this beef in all these tracks, bro. These disrespectful ways. Nas and Jay, disrespectful ways. The biggest, yo, bro, 50. Like these are real people being real disrespectful.
Disrespectful that Jay-Z's mom told him, called him, and was like,
some of the stuff gets physical with these people back then.
Facts.
With their crews.
These are just bars, right?
These are just bars, and y'all want to say Pusha T crossed the line? That's when I said he did the job and he got it done because y'all feel that way. That's the whole point, for y'all to feel that way. Ain't none of us felt no way about what Drake said about Pusha. Get out of here.
The only
That's
thing,
this. Go ahead, talk about his wife, whatever.
People just like that song could be replayed in the club. That's it.
Get out of here, bro. Like
that's it.
Ain't nobody
but what Drake did, I'm not gonna start, was pretty petty. And I gotta kind of give him.
He plays chess. He plays chess. He plays different. People know that he plays different, bro. I've seen literally like a 2-hour thing. Trap Lord Ross on The Weeknd and Drake. That history is crazy because it's things that I knew I was aware of, but he just flat out laid it out, and I was like, these dudes play different.
That's how you win, bro.
They play different. When it comes to music, everything else is up for grabs. It's not like, oh, it's just music. Nah, when it's music for them, everything's up on the board.
100%.
Your shorty, your family, all that. They play chess, bro. Kanye wasn't saying screaming shit for no reason. Drake was really playing chess with that man's brain, knowing he going crazy.
Facts, bro.
Drake was playing the mental game on him, knowing he was going through it.
He was definitely pushing a little bit to the edge.
He was almost bullying line because it's like
it's like squashing him. But he was definitely
but it's almost bullying and stuff because you know this man's going through some crazy stuff,
100%.
And then you're just gonna go and add it,
divorce,
just take some shots, take some dirty shots and shit. Like, bro, Drake played different. With The Weeknd, he did the same thing. Why Weeknd ain't never signed with that man?
No,
and that's the only. He said it. That was the only thing he regret, basically, not signing that man.
Yeah, and
The Weeknd, look what happened. We probably wouldn't even have The Weeknd this big.
No, The Weeknd is one of the biggest artists in the world.
Nah, in the world. He sells out arenas across the world.
In the world, one of the
charts.
biggest artists.
All his music is across the world played. It's like pop.
You know, it's crazy that Chris Brown would have been there too if it wasn't for that.
The stain on his career. That's the stain. And to be honest, look at that. How many situations today happen that are worse than that, and people okay with it?
Because it was a time. It was a time in the era.
That shit is crazy, bro. Yo, but I appreciate you, my brother.
I appreciate you having me, brother, man.
Before we leave. Projects, what you dropping, how you moving.
Cool, so
my man make fire music, don't fucking get it twisted. I'm cussing in the last few minutes.
You can find me everywhere. Dukaran, DUKARAN.
I'll put it
F as in Frank, Y as in Mary, F as in Frank, Y as in yellow, M as in Mary. It's getting late out here. But I got a few videos coming up. I got a few singles that I'm going to be putting out. And then I'm going to have a project that I'm working at towards the end of the year. But right now I got to push a whole bunch of singles. I got a single called Pull Up. I'm about to drop that within the next couple of months. Show my man's the video right before everything came up. But other than that, y'all just going to have to wait and see. Because this is about to be lit out here. DukaranFYM, we out here. Here's my dose.
Thank you, my brother, for pulling up. It's good having you because I can have conversations with you. We can chop it up right, real politics. Because I know you're into the hip hop and all that.
You already know.
But I need that. I'm gonna have you back so we can politic, especially with more people.
We need to do this again, bro.
We're gonna.
This is lit.
Now that I have this set up, you feel me?
This is lit.
I have a lot of people tapped in. It's just about timing with people. Understand we all work and we all got stuff going on. Leaving with you. We set this up like a month and a half ago.
Yeah, I mean,
Literally, look at his time. And he showed up today like
early.
15 minutes early, bro.
Early.
My
If
mom
you
was
ain't early, you late.
stuff, so you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like that's professionalism right there. I love that, bro. But yeah, I'm grateful for you putting up again. You know, we're gonna have you back. And actually, I got something for you. Put that.
Oh, I know exactly what he's gonna give me. Yeah.
Yo, bro, give me Bible. I have it with all my books. Look, he is the person that gave me this. He is responsible.
It's a good book. Read up on that shit.
I consider it one of the Bibles for men.
That's
Because some dudes need that, man.
You'll know more.
I hear too many women complaining.
You'll learn more about women by reading this book than women know about themselves. I guarantee you.
Because some women don't even understand that. I was breaking it down so shorty when I was reading that. Yeah. I was like, yo, no, I have it with my other book.
Yeah, isn't it wild?
Yeah. It works. It was a good one. Yo, and this was like years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yo, and and I just been holding it just like, yo, I used to read my other books, so I don't do nothing. I keep good fucking condition for the books. But yeah, man, I appreciate you. You guys know what time it is. It's your boy Nay. Here's my dose.
DukaranFYM.